Lana Scott Lighthouse. Guys, welcome back to my channel. I was late getting to videos today, so I've got something uploaded for the General Collective. And then I decided, all of a sudden, I just had this impulse to ask the Ascended Masters, what did the collective need to know about going into the future that's not here yet? Okay, so they have given me an answer. It's not going to resonate for everybody. And you could be anywhere along this path. Because, guys, one thing I'm learning, the more I talk to my spirit guides and angels, the more messages they give me. Everybody, that if it resonates with you even a little bit, it could be anywhere along on the journey. So if the beginning doesn't resonate, or the middle, maybe the end will. All of us are on a different pathway, a different timeline, and they have been telling me lately that all of us are somewhere along our own journey. So that's why more parts may resonate with you, and you may be right before this journey, at the end of this journey, or past this journey, and therefore it may not resonate with you at all. So that's what they've been telling me lately. So I pulled a main card for the overall reading, and what I got was Wizard of Awareness. So what they're saying is this is what you need to be aware of. So to start with, and guys, this is where humanity, and also I asked about the collective as going into the future, about letting us know about how, humanity evolving, or evolution of humanity. So the first thing they gave me was Field of Dreams. So they're saying that on the Field of Dreams, you may not be quite sure where you're going yet, but you will find different opportunities that are available to you. Okay. And that you'll be the one that will be having to choose what it is that you want to do. And on this one, I'm actually going to read this one to you guys, because I think they're talking about potential here. So it's your thoughts and feelings and beliefs are always engaged by the vast field of pure potential. So it's not yet realized. Okay, so they're asking you to be clear about your thoughts, concentrate on your best life. You have a basket full of seeds that are divinity inspired and will lead to a great harvest to be shared with others. Okay, so that right there is telling me that as a healer, as someone with special gifts, that is how, as you go along in the future, those things that come about for you, how you will share them with other people. Okay, so they're saying be ready to experience the extraordinary as you go into the future. And then they gave me, and they've given me this one twice today. Then they gave me details. So some of you may be missing some of the details, or may need to add some of the details, or think about some of the details of what you're wanting to do, because your thoughts are your manifestation, right? So they're saying be clear about your intention. What is it do you want to manifest? What is it you want to do to help humankind? How if your gifts have come in and you know what they are, how can you think to best utilize them while you're waiting for all these ideas and all these things that might come up to let you know, or opportunities that you're waiting for the universe to put into place for you? Okay. Then we have Rock Bottom. And to me, this card is kind of a little bit of a strange one to a certain way, because it shows you a path, then it shows it's blocked. And then if you flip the card over, well, we're going to take the awareness card with us, you get the same thing. So to me, this could also be where you need to let some old ideas that aren't going to work for you go. Because, walls are meant to climb over, guys. Any kind of obstacle that's in your path, maybe you could stop and think about if this is the way you're meant to go. Are you listening to your intuition? They're asking, are you paying attention to signs and synchronicities? Because sometimes where you think you're supposed to go, there's actually, they want you to wait until another opportunity comes up, or to listen better to the signs and synchronicities, because there's something else they have planned for you. Okay. And so, guys, then we have the Sad Embrace. And with this one, they're saying if something didn't quite work out, look at it and try to look at it from all different sides, all different perspectives, and see if it was something that was realistically able to, that you were realistically able to do. Sometimes we want to do something that is not quite realistic, or we haven't thought about all the details to it. And sometimes when you realize it's not going to work, look at it, realize that maybe this wasn't meant for you, and there's something else bigger that you're supposed to be waiting for. If you have to, cry about it, write it down on a piece of paper, burn it, let it go. But everything that comes along that does or does not manifest isn't always meant for you, because what's meant for you is never going to pass you by. So if something feels like it's not meant for you right now, let it go and wait for the next opportunity to come. And while you're waiting for that, they want to encourage you to know that, like I said, again, what's meant for you isn't going to pass you by. Okay, you will find other opportunities. You will find other things that will come along that will manifest for you. Okay, I'm gonna read y'all a little bit of this one too, because I'm going. This is purely intuitive, guys. But sometimes when I go back and read, I'll find one little thing that they'll be saying, "Oh, yes, this is a main thing for this." And so let's see. It says you're receiving a nudge in the right direction. So whatever you've let go of, okay, you just need to remember that they are telling you go maybe a different way, and they're encouraging you that yes, you are headed towards the right direction. Okay, so if there was something that felt like it wasn't quite right, they're saying there's plenty of other opportunities, other ways that you can make your dreams and your inspirations and your goals come to life. So you need to just let it go, because they have something else better in mind for you. So be encouraged that they have your best interest at heart. Okay. So then we have magic prayer. And with magic prayer, they're saying to speak your prayers, wait for the answers, and then act in faith that you are going to get the answer that you're looking for, because your spirit guides and angels always want to help you and heal you. And they're saying, whatever, sometimes you might have to pray, you might have to meditate, and just wait for the divine to speak to you. You may not always get what you want, but you will get what you need. All right. So as long as you're in contact with your higher power, be assured that you're on the right path. Okay. Then we have storm fields. Storm fields isn't, I think I've only gotten this card once, and I'm going to give y'all a little information on it. I think I'm just going to give you a highlight to this one, because it to me is like, this too shall pass. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Storm fields. This too shall pass. That's exactly what it says. So it's saying there might be some things that are causing you some conflict at this time. So they're saying, so if you have some pent up energy that needs to be released, sometimes opposing electricity between opposing forces stirs things up, and some things are just temporary. Okay. So they're saying, just remember that whatever's being stirred up, rather inside of you or between you and someone else, will benefit you later, because new growth will be observed. So don't be afraid to shake things up a little bit. Okay. And then, guys, we have one of my favorite cards. We have Spark. And I thought I would read just a little bit of this one to you as well. So that, because I just see this one full of so much potential. And it says, you are a clear channel for divine creativity. So if you have that divine creativity in you, then are you not in touch with your higher power and with divinity, with your spirit guides, your angels? Okay. So if you've had to let something go, and look, it's funny, this card is right underneath there, right? Guys, if you have to let something go, something better is coming your way. You have every reason to have optimism and hope, and, let something new come in, a new relationship, a new job, or some kind of new endeavor. Okay. And that also, you will probably connect with others who can co-create things with you, right? So you can watch a spark turn into a flame, right? And then turn it into a fire. And guys, I've been talking about that spark between people. And I keep seeing other readings, other readers, other people talking about this. San was talking about it at some point on one or two of the past videos that she just did. I've been listening to other people, and they seem to be also talking about this spark. And if any of you have been watching my channel here recently, me and my new friend Daniel have been discussing about different things where we've realized how we've been running in parallel to each other for the past year and a half, guys. Seriously. Serious as a heart attack. And every time we sit and have a conversation and discuss something else and discover something new, we find that spark that I've been talking about. Now, he didn't realize what I was talking about at first, so I was telling him about telling him about my past readings and stuff. And he's like, well, wow, that's really kind of interesting. Don't you think? I'm like, yeah. So he's also now realizing about this spark and going, let me tell you about something else that happened to me. And as he tells me about things from his past, about different places and people and things that he's experienced, guys, because he's clairaudient as well, he's been experiencing this spark about recognizing that the other people's gifts for a long time. So it's not something new. Okay. I dropped my little thing here, guys. Hang on one second. And the last card that we have, my shoe's caught. The last one I have is Magic Stream. And this is another card that I absolutely love the way it's got everything coming down from the mountain on it. And it's got the white heron in here. It's got all this beautiful clear water, the stars, the moon. I absolutely love this card, and it says everything's connected through the universal flow of consciousness. Okay, so every time you have an experience, it seems like it has its own, like everything has its own story. There's always a beginning and a middle and an end. But sometimes you can't just always see events as separate. Sometimes they're all part of continuity and greater evolution of all of us and everything on the planet. Okay, so it just seems like sometimes when you have experiences, when they go through everything, one thing leads to another, and it can inform and it can influence even more. So sometimes inspiration, invention, and revelations rarely come to just one person because we're all connected. We're all connected, guys, and the collective awareness is definitely a storehouse of all kinds of potential. So when you remember that you're part of everything, you're a channel for great inspiration. So let everything flow through you so that you can carry your dreams into reality, so that your success will benefit a lot of more people, and their success will benefit you. And that because everything's a cycle, guys. Everything is a cycle. So this is the message that I asked of the Ascended Masters, and this is what we got. And guys, it really makes total sense, and like I said, everyone's on their own journey, so you're always going to be, it feels like, in a different spot. But guys, it feels like there's flow to this, but it just seems like there's a lot of new beginning, middle, letting go of, starting over, being redirected, having faith in the universe. That's exactly what they just said. They're saying you have to have faith, because sometimes if you start going down a little bit of the wrong direction, or you're going down a direction and you think it's meant for you and it's not, bless it and let it go, because something bigger and better is coming. And they want to encourage you to keep on waiting for everything to come into play, waiting, sometimes for the universe to put things into play. And guys, seriously, I don't talk about it very often, but before I moved from Mississippi to here, I had a very short relationship with somebody that my instincts were telling me we had work to do together. And when it didn't work out, they were like, I had a message of, well, we're going to send somebody else your way. Guys, I think that was Daniel. And everything that we've been talking about, our paths have been running parallel the whole year and a half we've been here. He was in Calpine right before I got there, and then he came here. And then he went somewhere else, which is where he's at now. But he's been in and out here because he has friends here. And there's been quite a few times where when I've run into him in town. I've run into him in different places. And I kept always looking at him going, and I just would look at him and go, what is it about you? I guess because he kind of looks like a mountain man. He's got like this mountain man looking hat. And he's always wearing jeans and a shirt. And he's got, guys, we live out in the country. We live out in the mountains up here. And you never know what you're going to run into. So he has his little knife tied to his leg, I mean, he just looks like a little mountain man. And he also has a really cute dog. So I just kept seeing him. And guys, I was seeing that spark. Because once we started talking, and we talked several times before I invited him over, we sat and we started talking. Guys, we talked for like 4 hours. And there was a whole hell of a lot of signs and synchronicities of different places we had been. And then there were different times where he says, I was kind of looking at you going, who is that over there? Who is that? And some of the other neighbors would say, oh, that's Lana, some of the, because I don't know, I really keep to myself, guys. But over this past couple of weeks, as we've been talking, we have just found where we have been, there's so many times where I was in town at the same time he was. I would run into him or see him coming or going from the 7-Eleven, the other store. Mind you, there's other little stores on the other side of where he lives where he could have went to, but he would always come here because he has friends here in the park. And he's been in and out of here ever since he left here because he has friends here. And I would always see him, So guys, you're going to have that spark. You're going to find other people. And guys, I'm not saying that every time you have a spark with someone, it's going to turn into a relationship for you. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm talking about making connection with other people. Okay, so keep your faith strong. Okay, put your prayers out in the universe if you feel like there's something that's happened that you've had to let go of, because the Ascended Masters are saying, be aware, pay attention to this spark. Okay, because it is going to come for you, and they just want you to know to keep having faith. And they're also saying, yeah, I'm kind of going through that through. Okay, so they're also saying, if you have anything around you that is part of an old life that you've been hanging on to that no longer has any meaning, maybe you should clean house. I've been getting that message for a year and a half, and I finally, just this past week, started working on it. Guys, I took 6 boxes out of here. 6 boxes of stuff. Some of it I kept and went and stored. Some of it literally went into the garbage. I am getting rid of a lot of stuff and making a lot of room. I even got rid of my oil cabinet that I used to have in here. And it literally, I'm still working on it, but it literally opened up my whole living room. Guys, seriously, I am going through all kinds of stuff. I'm going through clothes. I'm going through stuff underneath my bed. I'm going through all kinds of stuff to clear out anything that can convolute my energy, slow down the process. And they're saying you should do that too. Take some of the stuff that you no longer need, clean house, get rid of it. And guys, is also another thing they're telling me, as you go on your journey into the future, be aware that there will be people, places, and things that will fall off because they're no longer on the path you are moving on. Okay? They're pointing out how she's going down this, right? And like there's a path here in these storm fields. As you're going down your path, things that are not meant to be in your life anymore are going to go a different direction. Okay? You're going to be going on this path, right? And other things, places, people that are no longer meant to be in your life are going to fall off. So guys, do expect to have some people to go the opposite direction, okay? Because they're not meant to be on your path anymore. So that's another thing this card is speaking to me about, is if it's not meant to be on your path anymore, kiss it goodbye, let it go. Some of these will be relationships. Some of them may be things. You might literally move to another place. I actually got a little vision last night. I kept seeing grass and a pathway that sparked off in different ways. And now that I look at this, I'm seeing this grass here. Guys, you will find new seeds, new life, new birth, new growth as your path opens up, and as divinity and your spirit guides and angels put things that are meant for you. The things that aren't meant for you, you have to let them go, okay? Because magic's going to happen as you get further along on your journey. New opportunities come up and open up, and they're saying just listen to them. Wait, sometimes you may have to wait, like I said, a little bit. But guys, they said it's going to come for all of us. We are all evolving. Everybody is becoming more light, a lot more light. Going more in towards the 5D. And I did hear someone say that Pluto is moving into Capricorn, where it's going to be for a little bit, for, I think they said a year. Or it's going to go into Aquarius for a short while, then into Capricorn, and then it will go a year and a half later, I think they said, into Aquarius for the next 20 years. Guys, I don't know if any of y'all, those of you that are in my age group, there's a song called The Age of Aquarius. Go look it up, go Google it. This song was done in the 60s, and they were talking about the age of Aquarius that is coming up here in the next few years. And, just like Mercury retrograde, before something comes, we start feeling that energy. So, guys, you're going to be inspired. You're going to have a lot of things. These next 2 years, guys, they're saying we're going to have heavy-duty evolution the closer we get to that age of Aquarius. So, guys, especially if you're younger, if you're in your 20s and your 30s, guys, you're going to be here for that. Just think of if you're being stalled right now, or you're being told to go a different direction or to wait, where do you think you're going to be in 20 years? Guys, I had a reading just the other day. They said, they were talking about several different groups, and they said one of them 20 years, 130. And I'm like, I can't tell them that. That's nothing set in stone. They're saying, no, nothing's set in stone, but the energy is pretty damn flowing that way. So, guys, I just give y'all the messages. So, this is Lana Scott Lighthouse. Guys, if y'all like this message, I'll try to do some more of them. I'm just trying out, asking some different questions, trying to give y'all some more answers, trying to guide and encourage y'all to the best of my ability, and to your spirit guides and angels that tune into me or tell me to put a message out there. I'm going to probably do some more candle meditations coming up really soon because, oh, my candle went out. Because for a while there, I was getting some really good messages. I just haven't been doing the candle meditations. So this is just another message for you guys. This is the Enchanted Map deck. This is an Ascended Masters. I asked them about going into the future, guys. I'm not sure what I'm going to name this one yet. But guys, be a light in the darkness. If you can help someone do, be a hero, be somebody else's hero, be your own hero. Light your own path. Look at your gifts. Go exploring. Figure out what, if one thing ends, there's something better, because things that are meant for you are not going to pass you by. Okay? All right, guys. Until next time.